The 18th century was a time of great upheaval in India. The Mughal Empire was crumbling. Ambitious rulers fought for control. Amidst this chaos, Ahilyabai Holkar emerged, destined to become a beacon of hope. Born in 1725 in Chandi, Maharashtra, her story is about courage and compassion. Ahilyabai received an education rare for girls of that era. She learned to read, write, and studied administration. Malwa Holkar, passing through Chandi, spotted her at the village temple. Impressed, he married her to his son, Khandarao. This encounter changed Ahilyabai's life and Malwa's destiny. Ahilyabai's entry into the Holkar household was a significant shift from her humble beginnings. She quickly adapted to her new life, impressing everyone with her grace, intelligence, and deep sense of duty. Her husband, Khandarao, although known for his bravery on the battlefield, suffered from ill health and instability. Ahilyabai, with her innate wisdom and compassion, became his pillar of strength, offering him unwavering support and guidance. Despite the challenges of a turbulent era and a tumultuous personal life, Ahilyabai blossomed. She immersed herself in the affairs of the kingdom, accompanying her father-in-law on military campaigns and proving to be a shrewd strategist. Malhar Rao, recognizing her exceptional abilities, entrusted her with administrative responsibilities, further honing her skills as a ruler. Tragedy struck in 1754 when Khandarao was killed in the siege of Kumbhalgarh. This devastating loss was followed by the death of her father-in-law, Malhar Rao Holkar, in 1766. Yet she faced these challenges with remarkable resilience and unwavering determination, becoming the ruler of Indore in 1767. Ahilyabai's reign was marked by peace, prosperity, and an unprecedented era of construction and restoration. Her vision for Malwa extended far beyond the battlefield. She understood that true prosperity lay in the well-being of her people and the preservation of their cultural heritage. From the sacred city of Kashi to the banks of the holy Ganges, Ahilyabai commissioned the construction and renovation of hundreds of temples, dharamshalas, wells, and roads. Her own capital, Maheshwar, on the banks of the Narmada River, was transformed into a thriving center of trade and culture, attracting scholars, artists, and pilgrims from across the subcontinent. By building roads and rest houses, she facilitated trade and pilgrimage, boosting the local economy and fostering cultural exchange. Her restoration of temples provided employment to thousands, reviving ancient crafts and artistic traditions. Ahilyabai's reign was about building a just and equitable society. She was deeply aware of her people's needs. Her reforms were rooted in compassion and fairness. She treated all her subjects with equal respect. She abolished sati and encouraged widow remarriage. She established free education for girls. She provided financial assistance to widows and orphans. While Ahilyabai is celebrated for her peaceful reign and her focus on development, it is important to remember that she ruled during a period of intense political volatility. The Maratha Confederacy, of which the Holkars were a part, was constantly engaged in power struggles with neighboring kingdoms and the remnants of the Mughal Empire. Ahilyabai, despite her aversion to violence, understood the importance of a strong defense and the need to protect her kingdom from external threats. She maintained a well-trained army, led by able commanders like Tukoji Rao Holkar, who remained loyal to her throughout her reign. Her military strategies were marked by a combination of shrewd diplomacy and decisive action, ensuring the security of her kingdom without resorting to unnecessary bloodshed. She understood that true strength lay not just in military might, but in forging alliances, building consensus, and maintaining a balance of power. Ahilyabai's diplomatic skills were as sharp as her administrative acumen, earning the respect of her allies and adversaries alike. Ahilyabai's deep religious faith was central to her life and her reign. She was a devout Hindu, and her personal beliefs were reflected in her policies and her actions. She believed that a ruler's duty was to serve not just as the head of state, but also as the guardian of Dharma, the moral and cosmic order. This sense of duty permeated her every decision, shaping her into a benevolent and just ruler. Her daily routine was a blend of administrative duties and religious observances. She woke up before dawn, performed her ablutions, and spent hours in prayer and meditation. She led a simple life, devoid of extravagance, even after ascending the throne. Her personal life was a testament to her belief in humility, austerity, and service to others. Ahilyabai's faith, however, never translated into intolerance or discrimination. She respected all religions and treated people of all faiths with equal respect and consideration. While history remembers Ahilyabai for her remarkable reign and her contributions to society, much of her personal life remains shrouded in the mists of time. Sources from her era, while praising her administrative skills and her piety, often gloss over the details of her private life, focusing instead on her public persona. Yet scattered throughout historical accounts and local folklore are glimpses into the woman behind the crown, revealing a personality as intriguing as her public image. One such tale speaks of Ahilyabai's love for music. She was a patron of the arts, and music held a special place in her heart. She was known to be a talented singer herself, and her court was graced by renowned musicians and dancers. Another story highlights her love for nature. Despite the demands of her position, she would often take time out to visit the lush gardens surrounding her palace, or take boat rides on the Narmada River. Ahilyabai Holkar's reign, spanning 3 decades, left an enduring legacy that continues to inspire awe and admiration centuries later. She was a visionary ruler who understood that true leadership lay not in the pursuit of power or glory, but in selfless service to one's people. Her legacy is not just etched in stone and mortar, in the magnificent temples and public works that dot the landscape of India, but also in the hearts and minds of her people. She was a social reformer who challenged patriarchal norms, a patron of the arts who revived ancient traditions, and a devout Hindu whose piety was matched by her tolerance and respect for all religions. Her story is a reminder that true leadership is not defined by gender, lineage, or military might, but by the courage to lead with compassion, the wisdom to govern with fairness, and the vision to build a society where prosperity and justice prevail. In the 21st century, as India strives to find its place on the global stage, Ahilyabai Holkar's life and legacy hold particular relevance. Her story offers timeless lessons in leadership, governance, and social reform that are as pertinent today as they were centuries ago. Her emphasis on education, infrastructure development, and social welfare resonates deeply with the aspirations of modern India. Her unwavering commitment to justice and equality, her belief in the power of dialogue and diplomacy, and her deep respect for all cultures and religions serve as an inspiring example in an increasingly polarized world. In an era often defined by conflict and division, Ahilyabai's legacy reminds us of the enduring power of compassion, wisdom, and a commitment to the greater good. Her story is a testament to the fact that true leadership transcends time and circumstance, offering a timeless blueprint for building a just, equitable, and prosperous society. It is our duty, as inheritors of her legacy, to ensure that Ahilyabai Holkar's story is not forgotten, that her contributions to Indian society are celebrated, and that her life continues to inspire generations to come. This can be achieved through various means, both symbolic and substantive. We must ensure that her story is included in school curricula, taught not just as a chapter in history, but as a living testament to the power of good governance and compassionate leadership. Her life and achievements should be the subject of documentaries, films, and television shows, reaching a wider audience and introducing her extraordinary story to a new generation. Statues and memorials, erected in her honor across the country, can serve as physical reminders of her contributions and inspire future generations to emulate her ideals. Beyond symbolic gestures, we must strive to embody the values she stood for in our own lives. Ahilyabai Holkar's story is a beacon of hope, a shining example of what is possible when women lead and transform. She defied convention, governed with compassion, and left an indelible mark on Indian society. Her legacy reminds us of the power of good governance and social justice. In the 21st century, her life is a timeless reminder of selfless service to humanity. Her story shows that courage and compassion can make a world of difference,